It is indeed a very good day to all the attendees of this webinar on the orientation for online accreditation. Your face on the screen shows you are excited to experience the online accreditation. Since I am the first one to share my topic about the online accreditation, which is the schedule and procedures of accreditation, allow me to start with the definition of accreditation. What is accreditation? Accreditation is viewed as a process by which an institution evaluates its educational activities, in whole or in part, and seeks an independent judgment to confirm that it substantially achieves its objectives and is generally equal in quality to comparable institutions. In short, accreditation is a process to determine if we are meeting the standards set by the Commission on Higher Education and the accrediting bodies like the AACO. In an accreditation, the institution involved can acquire lots of benefits. To cite some, yet the most significant, the accredited programs lend prestige to accredited schools justified by possession of quality standards. Tunay ngang tinitingala ang mga institutions na may mataas na accreditation level. The accredited programs also reveal their strengths and weaknesses that need to be addressed. The strengths are our best practices, and our weaknesses are the areas needing improvement. Also, accredited programs and institutions are given credit points in normative financing, SUC leveling. We have to take note that the level of accreditation is one of the criteria in SUC leveling. The higher the SUC level, the higher the budget given to the institution. The institution is also given credit points in the selection of centers of excellence and centers of development, the COEs and the CODs. Given credit points in the conversion of college to university, though this is no longer applicable to us since we are already a university. And given credit points in assessing the eligibility of graduates and or faculty for advanced education. With the drastic change brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, what is next for accreditation? Are we going to stop quality assurance? During the COVID-19 pandemic, flexible learning is in place, but we have to sustain academic excellence, and we cannot compromise quality assurance. Let us look into the framework for accreditation. Before, accreditation happens on site. Now, accreditation happens online. The same framework is still utilized. What we will do now is a paradigm shift of doing the evaluation, but still, accreditation will be based basically on CHED PSGs, and the focus is evaluating quality and excellence looking at the outcomes of the program and institution and how the systems are properly implemented. So there is just a slight change on the framework for accreditation. It's just a matter of the paradigm shift of mechanism from on-site evaluation to online evaluation. Next is the general guidelines of online accreditation. The general guidelines for accreditation will be based from the perspective of the accreditor. With regards to the composition of the AACUP team, there will be 3 lead accreditors per program, including a librarian who will be invited by AACUP for online accreditation. A team leader shall be assigned from the 2 accreditors, including the librarian. 2 accreditors shall evaluate the program under survey, except for Area 7, the library, which can be taken care of by the identified librarian, meaning the 2 accreditors shall evaluate areas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. With regards to the duration, online accreditation will be done within 3 to 4 days, and the maximum of 7 days, including the submission of reports. Generally, we have day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3 in the previous on-site accreditation. So for the online accreditation, it's still the same. We have 3 to 4 days. But then, we are given a leeway to up to 7 days, just to complete the documents being asked by the accreditor. There are 3 important meetings that take place during online accreditation. The first meeting is orientation meeting. This is before the start of online evaluation proper between accreditors and AACUP. So, hindi tayo pwedeng sumama dito sa orientation meeting because the accreditors and AACUP will be discussing the information about the SUP and the program to be accredited. They will be identifying the contact person and the contact number of the SUP, and they will be discussing the general guidelines for the conduct of the online accreditation. The next meeting is opening meeting. So, mapapansin ninyo, wala nang opening program. The opening meeting takes place before the start of online evaluation proper. This is between the accreditors and the local counterparts to be facilitated by the host SUP. So, ibig sabihin, dito tayo kasali. The accreditors will be introduced. At the same time, the local counterparts will also be introduced. Importante ito para yung accreditor, alam niya kung sino yung kanyang local counterparts na pwede niyang tanungin on a particular area. And the local counterparts naman, kailangan niyang makilala kung sino yung kanyang accreditor para alam niya kung sino yung mag-evaluate ng kanyang area. And then the third meeting is the closing meeting. This is among accreditors after the online evaluation proper and before the preparation of final rating summary of findings and recommendations to be hosted by AACUP. So dito nagkakaroon ng deliberation on the ratings of the different areas. Minsan, nagkakagulo din ang mga accreditors dito kasi may mga pagkakataon na medyo mabait yung accreditor. So, masyadong mataas ang kanyang binibigay na rating. Yung isang accreditor naman, medyo mabusisi. So, mababa. Malayo yung agwat. So, nagkakaroon sila ng deliberation para kailangan nilang mag-meet sa gitna. Okay? So, these are the 3 important meetings that happen during the online accreditation. So, another benefit or good reason for this online accreditation is cost efficiency. Kung noon, ang dami-dami nating prepare, meron pa tayong opening program, meron pa tayong closing program, ngayon wala na. So, bawas gastos. Okay? Next, let's proceed to the phases of accreditation. So, we have 3 phases of accreditation. We have the pre-accreditation phase, during and the post-accreditation phase. During the pre-accreditation phase, we have the preparation and application for online accreditation. Then, we have the accreditation, verification, and validation proper. And then, lastly, we have the preparation of reports. Okay, so let's discuss each of these phases. So, the first phase, which is pre-accreditation or the preparation and application for online accreditation, Step 1. AACUP will provide the guidelines to SUC on the preparation of electronic copies of the following. So we have the PPP or the narrative profile, we have the compliance report, and other supporting documents and or files. So, hindi din basta-basta ang pagpre-prepare ng mga electronic copies ng mga documents na i-upload natin. Meron tayong sinusunod na guidelines. So, let us wait for the AACUP to provide these guidelines which we are going to follow in the preparation of the electronic copies to be uploaded. Step 2. AACUP will post in the AACUP website the downloadable application form with the following information. So, iba ito sa application, dalawang application kasi ang ginagawa natin. Yung una ay yung application natin na parang, it's the intention. We give AACUP our intention for online accreditation. Hintayin natin yung kanilang approval. Pag in-approve nila yon, sinagot nila yon, isa ulit na application form ay naglalaman nito. So, the name of the SUC, the program or the programs to be accredited, the present level of accreditation of each program, and the validity period of accreditation. These information are very important because AACUP will be sharing this information to the accreditors during the orientation meeting for them to have basis. Para it's a baseline data na itong program na ito ay na-accredit na noon kaso bumagsak. So, alam na ng accreditor kung saan ano ang standing ng program na yan. Okay? So, ito ay nag-expired. Noon, na-credit na, pero expired na. So, yung validity period niya ay lumampas na. So, this program is presently accredited level 1. So, kailangang tumaas siya ng konti. Kasi level 2 na. Alam na para malaman ito ng accreditor. Step 3. Dito tayo papasok ngayon. Ito yung trabaho natin sa SUC. The SUC now uploads the electronic copies of the following. So we have the PPT, the narrative profile, and all the other relevant documents, videos, files for each area. The compliance reports, and the certification of veracity of documents or materials to online or cloud storage such as Google Drive, Telegram application, Dropbox, or other third-party cloud storage provider. Now, napaka-importante nitong certification of veracity of documents and materials because this will certify the authenticity or the truthfulness of our documents. This will be signed by the President or the Vice President. So, dahil pipirmahan ni President yan or ni Vice President, talagang totoo. Hindi ito fake, hindi ito gawa-gawa lamang or hindi ito pa-invento. Okay? So, we have to take note that uploading of these electronic copies shall be done 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks before the accreditation schedule. So, kung kaya nating mag-upload ng 1 month before the accreditation schedule, well and good. Pero, at least 2 weeks before the accredited schedule, ang talagang binibigay nila na time. Now, during accreditation, which involves the accreditation process, the verification and validation of documents, the accreditors will evaluate the electronic or digital copies of required documents. Kung para sa accreditor, enough na yung mga in-upload natin na mga electronic or digital copies of required documents, then pwede na niyang bigyan ng rating yung iyong area. Pero, if the documents are not yet enough, hindi pa convinced yung accreditor, so meron pa siyang doubt, the accreditor may perform an online evaluation with the local counterpart from the host institution. Like take for example with the physical facilities. Sabihin niya parang wala naman. Sige nga. Yan, mag-aalam vlogger ka. Mag-aalam vlogger ka na talagang itutour mo siya para ipakita ang physical facilities ng institution. With regards to class observation, pwedeng mag-request si accreditor na sumali sa iyong online class. So, isasali mo siya para siyang magiging estudyante mo doon para makikita niya yung actual scenario in your online class. In your extension project, so medyo in doubt siya, parang hindi naman totoo itong nakalagay na mga documents niya. So pwede siyang mag-request ng online evaluation. The reliability of documents, more interviews, pero pwedeng sabihin niya na, pwede bang makausap ko online yung representative ng mga students, a representative of parents, pwede yun. That is, kung hindi pa kontento yung accreditor doon sa mga in-upload natin na documents. Nangyayari ito. Kaya, hindi pwedeng nawawala ka na local counterpart during the accreditation. Dapat nandun ka lang, waiting for the request of the accreditor for a one-on-one online evaluation. Next is the post-accreditation, which is the preparation of reports. So, hindi na naman tayo pwedeng maki-interfere dito because the post-accreditation is the time wherein accreditors will prepare and submit the reports to AACOP. Then AACOP will finalize the evaluation process and give the result of the evaluation. But then, kung PSB yan, after the accreditation period, sinasabi na nila kaagad kung ano yung result ng PSB. Pero kung level 1, pataas, it's only the AACOP who can give the result. The accreditors are not authorized to disclose any result from the evaluation. Okay, next is the basic requirements for online accreditation. This is true to the accreditor and the local counterpart. Okay, number 1, the accreditor and the local counterpart should be techno-savvy, meaning we should be knowledgeable about or conversant with technology. Yan, magagaling na tayo, teki-teki na tayo, alam na nating mag-on, alam na nating mag-off, alam na nating mag-mute at mag-unmute, alam na nating patayin yung camera at i-on yung camera. At least alam naman nating pindot-pindutin yan. So, hindi natin pwedeng maging rason na may edad na tayo at hindi na tayo techie. We have to take note that we have retirees ng mga accreditors. Kayang-kaya pa nila yon. So, kung hindi talaga natin kaya, we can ask help from IT experts para sila ang mag-assist sa atin at tumulong during the online accreditation. Another requirement is to have a strong internet connectivity. Dahil hindi nauubra yung sistema natin ngayon na off and on ka sa air. Ibig sabihin, nawawalan ka ng signal. So, kailangan nire-require ng online accreditation na from the beginning up to the end of the accreditation period, on-air ka lang palagi. So, we should have a very strong internet connectivity. So, dito siguro tayo gagastos ng konti, but then, wala pa naman tayong schedule. So, pag nagkaroon na siguro tayo ng schedule, the administration will find way para maayos ang ating internet connectivity. And during online accreditation, the accreditor and the local counterpart must have a gadget, preferably a laptop or desktop with camera and audio. Dinidiscourage ang paggamit ng cellphones during online accreditation dahil may mga features ang laptops and desktops na wala sa cellphones. Kaya mas maganda na ang gagamitin natin during online accreditation ay laptops or desktops. Okay? So, I will end my presentation for today with Napoleon Hill's, "Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice and is never the result of selfishness. Again, good day everyone, and thank you for listening.